Good evening, everybody. Could I give you all a very warm welcome to our Blue Water Pointscore briefing? As we all know, the Blue Water Pointscore is the heartbeat of our club. It's in our DNA. And so I'm thrilled to be able to talk to you about starting our Blue Water racing program in the middle of this global pandemic that everybody's dealing with. I'd like to pass it over now to David Kellett, our race committee chairman. And if I could just ask everybody to please hold your questions till the end and let David get through his agenda. Over to you, David.
Thank you, Commodore. Well, we're very pleased to be able to undertake ocean racing in what will be a contracted year for the Audi Centre Sydney Blue Water Championship. We commence with the Bird Island race this weekend, followed by the Cabbage Tree Island race on December the 4th, and of course the Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race on Boxing Day. Thank you to all the owners and crews for your efforts to get us to the starting line. We know it's a huge undertaking. However, we're still waiting on several lots of information to come in from various yachts, and we'll ask that you please take care of that first thing in the morning. I'd also like to acknowledge the support of the CYC staff, and in particular the sailing office under the leadership of Tara Blank-Ramos. We've had quite a change here over the last couple of months, and Tara's really stepped up and is running a very fine office. As this is our first long distance race for the year, and virtually since the last Rolex Sydney Hobart race, we'd encourage you all to review the relevant training such as man overboard, recovery, hypothermia, hydration, and encourage the use of man overboard and individual AIS equipment. You should also have reviewed and implemented a COVID safe plan for your vessel as per the government guidelines, and we need you to submit that copy to the sailing office. As we did last year, we have 2 skeds a day on the long races, and we'll operate on a combination of VHF and HF for the series. For the Bird Island race this weekend, we'll have skeds at 18:35 on Saturday evening and 05:35 on Sunday morning on VHF 6, which we'll operate from Marine Rescue Sydney at Terry Hills. Given it's likely to be a windy race, we'll probably have most of the fleet home by Sunday morning, and for any yachts still remaining at sea, we'll use the telephone and call each of you for the 05:35 sked. Skeds for the Cabbage Tree Island race will be conducted on HF using HF 4483 to serve as a qualification for the Rolex Sydney Hobart race, which of course is conducted on the HF. We also remind you that it's compulsory for you to maintain a listening watch on VHF 16 throughout the races. And again, we remind you that to contact offshore on VHF when you are in the harbour. Whilst all other communications with race management will be via telephone, either mobile or satellite, to the numbers that are provided on your race documentation. Should you experience any trouble and be unable to reach myself or race control on the telephone, Marine Rescue Sydney will maintain a listening watch on VHF 16. I'd also draw your attention to the alert function at the bottom of the yellow brick tracker. To activate, you remove the unit from its cover, lift the plastic flip lid, and then press the alert button. The tracker signal supplements the other primary means of alerting of a distress. Of course, we've got EPIRB, personal locator beacons, man overboard beacons and AIF, etc. It's also a requirement that your satellite phone is monitored during the races. Race management may conduct random satellite phone calls throughout the race to build up our experience to demonstrate the capability of that system. With regard to post-race matters, the race committee may undertake spot checks. We remind you to submit your declarations where necessary. And on return to the CYC, I'm informed that the bar will operate on a 24-hour basis and pizzas will be available, all under the COVID restrictions, of course. In closing, I hope you have a good series. Again, thank you for your efforts and support. Have a good race on Saturday. And that will complete the formal part of the briefing. And if you have any questions, please submit them through the Q&A and we'll attempt to answer them for you. So thank you, and I'll hand you back to Noel. Thank you, Commodore. Sorry, Noel.
Noel's dealing with multiple questions came in at the moment. Thank you very much, David. Sorry for the delay. I was just dealing with some of the questions. So, Tara, do you want to take us through these questions? We have one here. Is there a pro forma for a COVID safety plan for boat racing?
So a template has been sent out to each owner. So everyone should have that. They can either use the template or they can submit their own form.
Okay, thank you. And then the second question we have is the frequency of contacting offshore once inside the harbour.
7-2.
So thank you. So they're the only two questions we have on the chat line at the moment. I'll ask, is there any other questions? And I'll pause for about 20 seconds. Okay, I think there are no further questions, and so really looking forward to seeing you out on the start line. For the first time in many, many years, I will probably be on the start boat or the rubber ducky, but looking forward to seeing you have a clean start and getting on with the race. I just noticed one more question came in just before I fully closed the meeting. Oh, there's two come in. The next question is a sat phone compulsory for Bird Island?
Yes, it is. It's a CYCA requirement for all Cat 2 races.
And the next one is, there was mention of Sunday morning sked being completed via telephone. Could this be clarified?
Yes, so any boat still at sea, we will ring you on your mobile phone. If we don't get you on your mobile, we'll ring on the sat phone.
Thanks, David. I'll just pause again to see if any more questions come in. That being the case, thank you very much, everybody, and a great success in your Bird Island race. Looking forward to seeing you out on the track. Bye.
Just one quick reminder, everyone will need to complete a declaration saying they've watched the briefing. For those who are here, there's a link online and it was also emailed out.
Thank you, Tara. Thanks, everybody. All the best for the race. Bye.